Welcome to the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, as we get set with Thaddeus Young and the Brooklyn Nets taking on Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Jeff, is there anybody that stands out in your mind that they need to focus on against the Trail Blazers today?
Damian Lillard, to me, for the Portland Trail Blazers, was one of the great draft picks in recent memory. Remember, the Brooklyn Nets traded that pick for Gerald Wallace, and Lillard, to me, looked like he belonged from game one.
For the layup, good finish inside.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that man stuck it even against the best defense.
To Lopez. Jeff, with Darren Williams gone, Joe Johnson now, he's got responsibility now to become the scorer perhaps that he was in Atlanta.
And he'll have those opportunities. You know, Joe Johnson plays a different sort of game. He's an isolation-oriented player. So Joe Johnson, to me, is going to have the opportunity to average 20-plus points a game. He's got the capability, and he's got the size and strength to really take advantage of smaller players.
There's the perfect pick. For three, off the catch and shoot. That's good.
You're in tight quarters when you're behind the three in the corner. Good job keeping his feet in bounds, rising up, and making the three.
McCollum fires from downtown. The Trailblazers with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity.
Everybody clap your hands.
Young. A couple of years ago, the Brooklyn Nets were talking about going far in the East. They've had to readjust a little bit, Jeff. How's this team going to be without the likes of Darren Williams?
Well, it's a different team, obviously, Mike. And a big priority is to cut the amount of money that they're spending. And so, even though they re-signed Brook Lopez and Thaddeus Young to big contracts, they're not going to be so free in spending over the luxury tax.
Chance for a three-point play. Count the basket and the foul. A block called against Lopez.
That's big-time play right there. Finishing the shot through the contact, and now goes to the free throw.
Able to hit the free throw, and it's a three-point play. To Johnson. He's averaging 14 points per game this season. Sends it into the post. And Brook Lopez is called for the personal. It's an offensive foul.
Brook Lopez.
And Lionel Hollins makes a substitution here. Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 9-7. Lillard into the front court. What a strange and difficult offseason for the Portland Trail Blazers, Jeff. They lost 4 of their 5 starters. Damian Lillard has a lot of responsibility this year.
This guy, Damian Lillard, is going to have a great year at both ends of the floor for Portland to have a chance. He's going to have to obviously be great offensively for the Portland Trail Blazers to achieve more than the critics think they can.
Knocks down the shot. And Mason Plumlee with 7 points.
When you play that good a defense and you contest the two-point J, you expect a good result there. The offense was just superior. The concentration and the follow-through, he stuck his shot.
McCollum gets that one to drop.
2 points.
Right from the start here in the first half, they made a conscious effort to move the basketball around and get quality shots.
Screen set nicely. Young. McCullough for 2, shoots away. And a nice finish at the basket.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Lillard bringing it up here. The Blazer fans still waiting for another championship. It's been a long time since that 77 team coached by the great late Jack Ramsay. But this team has the young pieces in place that gives fans hope for a possible title.
I agree. They play Jack Ramsay type basketball, passing, moving, sharing the ball. And remember back, Mike, when we go into Terry Stotts, the coach's office, and he has the beautiful picture of Jack Ramsay above his desk. It just reminds you of the great tradition Portland Trail Blazer basketball has and always will have.
And he hits the first free throw. Portland with Lillard has been a playoff team, Jeff, but you lose Lopez, Aldridge, Batum, and Matthews. How does this team stay in contention to get a playoff berth?
The short answer, Mike, they don't. They don't. They're not good enough. Terry Stotts, a terrific coach. Damian Lillard, an all-star point guard. But you go down that starting lineup, and they just don't have enough punch to compete in the Western Conference. It's going to be a growing year in Portland, and hopefully a good one.
Oh, excellent screen. Young for two, puts it up, misses. McCollum. Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 15-9. And we have a foul called against McCollum. That's his first, and he'll head to the line with under a minute to go in the first quarter.
Hey, you can't allow easy baskets. You've got to foul these bad free throw shooters, put them to the line, and see if they can earn their points at the charity stripe.
Nope, first free throw won't go.
Subbing in for Portland, number 9, Gerald Henderson.
And misses the second as well. Larkin against Lillard. To Young. Backing his man down, puts it up for two. Nice touch at the basket. He's averaging 14 points per game this season.
Typically, that's not the shot you want, the contested two. It worked out this time.
The screen is set. Nice ball movement. Sets up the J nicely with the step back. Shot won't go.
The NBA game is a long game. You may be down now, but if you string together 3 or 4 good possessions at both ends of the floor, you can be right back in it.
Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. To Larkin. Puts it home with a slam.
For two. The assist from number 0.
And there's the buzzer. First quarter comes to an end. The Nets down by 2. We'll be right back with more NBA basketball here on ESPN after the break. Interesting first quarter. Shots falling for both teams. Defense certainly needs to pick it up.
You say interesting, I say disgusting. That defense won't get it done in the NBA. You want to win, you guard people.
Larkin forcing against a smothering defense.
For two.
Henderson. Moving the ball around beautifully. Puts it up with 1 left on the clock. That shot won't go. McCullough. Terrific ball movement. McCullough fires away. Nice finish around the rim. Chris McCullough with 6 points and 2 rebounds.
The ball movement in this game has been phenomenal, forcing a lot of defensive rotations and ultimately a lot of passes leading to direct scores.
There's the pick. Hollis Jefferson. Hollis Jefferson fires with 3 on the clock. Misses that one. To Vonleh. Excellent ball movement. Great teamwork. To Henderson. And he curls in. Slams it down.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
And we'll have a 20-second timeout.
Jeff, there's some decisions to be made right now.
Hey, sometimes you just don't want to see your team for more than 20 seconds. And they don't want to see you. Let's be honest. You give them a quick point and you want to go back to the bench because you're so tired of seeing the same guys night after night, day after day, and they're sick of you too.
Substitutions, Portland.
Pass into the post. Young forces it up. Defense all over him.
The assist.
Brooklyn's leading Portland by a score of 19-17. Lillard bringing it up. Goes to the goal. That's a 2. Brooklyn's shooting 71% from the field here tonight.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
Here's the pick. Gets past the defender. Lillard. The 2-pointer won't go.
That's not good enough work in the 2-man game. The screener's got to set a more solid screen. The ball handler's got to come off and draw the next defender so the screener is open. There, well-defended, contested shot. You've got to get a better attempt than that.
Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. McCollum. Adjusts the shot. Oh, he got hit, and they call it. Draws the foul called against Larkin. And Mason Plumlee will go to the line with under 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Smart basketball, preventing an easy score and putting a poor free throw shooter to the free throw line.
First free throw, perfect.
Into the game for the Trailblazers, number 8, Al-Farouq Aminu. Entering the game for the Brooklyn Nets, number 44, Bojan Bogdanovic.
And Mason Plumlee with 9 points. Jack against Lillard. To Lopez. He's averaging 17 points per game this season. What a rejection. There's the whistle. And Joe Johnson will get to shoot at the free throw line. He's shooting 80% from the line on the season.
For the Nets, Joe Johnson to the line.
This is the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Brooklyn's leading Portland by a score of 24 to 19. Nice ball movement.
Left in the second quarter.
Plumlee's shot swatted away, and a foul is called. Brook Lopez picks up his third, and Mason Plumlee will go to the line. He's 3 for 3 from the line tonight.
That's a tough foul right there. Star player's third foul in the first half. An interesting decision for his coach. Does he take him out and rest him and save him for the second half, or does he roll the dice and play him right now?
And Mason Plumlee with 11 points. Here's the screen. Jack for 2. And Jarrett Jack with the bucket. He's averaging 11 points per game this season.
He got a hand in his face, but had no impact on the shot. Nice two-point jumper.
Johnson coming across. Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. Brooklyn's leading Portland by a score of 26 to 21.
1 minute left in
Moving the ball around beautifully. At the rim, ref blows his whistle. Foul called against the Nets. Their third team foul. And Mason Plumlee will go to the line with under a minute to go in the second.
He's been automatic from the free throw line tonight. He hasn't missed yet.
Oops, missed the first one.
Into the game for the Blazers. Number 21, Noah Vonleh. Stepping in for the Brooklyn Nets. Number 21, Wayne Ellington.
Mason Plumlee with 12 points.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
To Young. Gets it and quickly shoots that three. Puts it in on the catch and shoot from Thaddeus Young. He's averaging 14 points per game this season.
He had time to lick his fingers. There was no one around him. A wide open three-point shot.
McCollum. Plumlee's trying to establish some low post position. Nice job drawing the foul. It's called against Johnson. And Mason Plumlee will go to the free throw line. He's 6 for 7 from the line here tonight.
Man, I thought that was going to be an and one. Good strength, just whipped out.
First free throw, good.
Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 44, Bojan Bogdanovic.
And he makes them both. Down to a half minute remaining in the first half. Brooklyn's up by 5. The perfect dish, adjusting on the shot. No doubt about it. He hit him. It's called against Vonleh. And Brook Lopez will go to the line and shoot 2.
I really like what I saw there. Good strength, good athleticism, took the foul, got up a nice shot, just didn't roll in.
Subbing in for the Nets, number 21, Wayne Ellington.
And Brook Lopez with 5 points. There's the perfect pick. Comes off the screen to the basket. That's good for 2. And Damian Lillard with his first field goal.
I'm here. I got ball.
To Young. Thaddeus Young with 7 points and 1 assist. That's it for the first half. Brooklyn's up by 4. We'll be right back with more Saturday Night Basketball on ESPN after the break.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets. The Trailblazers aren't down by much after 2 quarters. They certainly staked the flag in the paint. They were dominant around the rim on the offensive end. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Portland Trailblazers.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Jack most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. And here we've got the stats for you.
Who was cold?
Damian Lillard certainly hasn't contributed much for his team when it comes to scoring. He's been able to get shots up, but more often than not, they just haven't been dropping for him. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
The third quarter is about to get started. We give it back now to Mike and Jeff.
And we're back at the Barclays Center with a second half of this basketball game. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Brooklyn's got themselves a lead as we get set to start the third quarter, but this game certainly is up for grabs.
It certainly is, and it's going to take energy and efficiency at both ends of the floor.
Terrific ball movement. Lillard on the drive to the rim. Hits for 2. The Trailblazers down by 2.
You're not going to see a better possession in the NBA from both sides of the ball. Good defense, good offense won out that time.
Oh, sloppy with the ball there. Screen set nicely. Finds a space and takes the wide open 3. Nails it from downtown. He's got 7 points thus far.
I love back and forth games, tight games, because what you see, Mike, is who has the poise and the precision to execute under the duress of the tight, hotly contested matchups.
To Vonleh. Excellent ball movement, great teamwork. Plumlee forcing there, converts on the inside. And Lionel Hollins calls a 20-second timeout.
That's just beautiful offensive basketball, to shoot it and not even notice the guy who's contesting the shot.
Jack moves into the front court. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. Young with no room. Can't knock it down.
Brooklyn's just not set the right tone defensively. They're getting absolutely obliterated on that end of the floor.
To McCollum. Goes to the reverse. Able to put it in. And Mason Plumlee with 18 points.
I love watching the attackers in our league be able to adjust, adapt, and then ultimately finish at the basket.
Young against Vonleh. He curls to the basket, flips it up. No good.
It's hard to close out on great shooters. Tremendous job right there, getting his hand up, mirroring the ball.
To Plumlee. He's got 18 points in this game. Damian Lillard with his 5th assist of the night.
We're seeing a lot of offensive energy on the floor from both of these teams with terrific ball movement.
Good finish inside. He's got 5 points in this matchup.
The finish of your defense always has to be blocking out and securing the defensive rebound. Here they didn't do it. Good pursuit on the offensive board and allowed him to stick it right back in.
Hits the 3. He's 1 for 2 from 3 tonight.
Man, he got that one off quick.
Jack against Lillard. Nice ball movement. He shoots, puts it in. And Joe Johnson with 5 points.
Hey, you can only control what you can control. The defense there was great. It was just a better shot.
Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. McCollum fires with 2 on the 24. McCollum shot for 2, misses.
Hey, that's a tough shot right there. Solid team defense forcing the miss.
McCullough's looking to post up for 2. Gets that one to drop. Chris McCullough with 8 points. Timeout call. They need a 20. What's the thinking here?
Hey, sometimes you just don't want to see your team for more than 20 seconds. And they don't want to see you. Let's be honest. You give them a quick point and you want to go back to the bench because you're so tired of seeing the same guys night after night, day after day, and they're sick of you too.
Substitutions, Brooklyn. Substitutions, Portland.
Oh, excellent screen. Moving the ball around beautifully. Shot clock buzzer sounds. A violation called against the Trailblazers.
I like what I see right there. 5 guys moving together to shut off every option from the offense, and it results in a shot clock violation.
Pass to the corner for 3. The wide open shot. Larkin's long-range jumper won't go.
To close out a game in the second half, you've got to execute, create open shots, but most importantly, you've got to knock those shots down.
Lillard on the drive. An easy layup, and it won't go.
Closing out defensively is the most important aspect of team defense. Great contest.
Lillard on the drive, puts it up. Not able to hit on that adjustment.
Even great shooters are distracted by a great closeout and a hard contest.
Gets to the rim. Good work to draw the foul. And Shane Larkin will go to the line with under 30 seconds to go here in the third.
Hey, you don't see strength like that very often. The way he got fouled, just to get the ball up and to the rim, was a great achievement.
Into the game for the Portland Blazers, number 10.
Able to convert on both free throws. Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 40-38. To Plumlee. Mason Plumlee with 20 points and 1 block. Final seconds. 3 quarters complete. The Nets down by 2.
Stay with us for more NBA action after this short break.
As we head to the 4th quarter, Jeff, defense has not exactly been a priority here.
No, and both coaches have to be upset with the opportunities given away. Yes, both teams playing great on offense, but you have to win the game down the stretch by being tougher than your opponent. Neither team has shown physical toughness or mental toughness defensively.
Plumlee's shot, no good.
Hey, that shot right there is exactly the type of shot you have to force if you're the defensive team trying to work your way back into the game.
Great pass. Lopez's shot blocked. McCullough set to bring it up to the basket, and he's fouled. Noah Vonleh picks up his 2nd of the night. Brooklyn's shooting 66% from the line.
That's smart, sound, solid basketball, putting a bad free throw shooter to the free throw line instead of allowing him an easy attempt.
This is the 2nd one as well. Fakes the drive, but steps back. Can't get it to fall.
Hey, we're in a tight game here. You can't just take the shot they want you to take. You got to get the shot you want to get at this point in the game.
Terrific ball movement. Lopez for 2. The Nets with control on the rebound. Flips it up, won't go. Throws it down, what a play.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
Oh, quick move, gets inside. A whistle and a foul called against McCullough. That's his 2nd foul, and he'll get to shoot free throws for the first time in the game.
Excellent offensive play right there. Contact, finish, just didn't get it to drop for the three-point play opportunity.
Substitutions, Brooklyn. Subbing in for the Portland Trail Blazers, number 24, Mason Plumlee.
And gets both points from the line. Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 42-40. To Lopez. Excellent ball movement, great teamwork. Young for 2, lets it go. Not able to hit. Sends it into the post. Shoots it for 2. Knocks it down. 4-point lead for Portland.
The assist from number 10.
To Lopez. They double him. It's good. 2-point game. Looks like we'll have a timeout. The Trailblazers up by 2. Lillard called back into the game. He's back on the floor. He's got 5 assists in this contest. Bad pass, stolen by Young. Inside to the basket. Scores the goal and the foul.
You earned it. Take the hit, take the blow, finish the play.
Knocks down the free throw. That completes the three-point play. Lillard walks it across. Dumps it off beautifully. Gets it off. Nails it. And it's a 1-point lead for Portland.
You want excitement? You want to see a game go back and forth where the lead changes often in a game. You have that here tonight. This is one fascinating game.
Kicks it out to the perimeter. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. Makes the adjustment, but misses.
Trying isn't enough. You've got to close and get there and then finish it off by contesting the shot.
Puts it up and in. What a play from Damian Lillard. Timeout call. The Nets down by 3.
That's just tremendous defensive effort. You did all you could to prevent the make. Unfortunately, he stuck it.
On the court right now from both teams. Oh, pretty move into the paint. Unable to flip it in.
Driving the ball into the paint is the most important offensive tool in the game. He had a great look. He just missed it.
Conley. A good look for 2. Oh, he knocks it down. Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 50-45. To Lopez. He's got 7 points thus far. Inside. Unable to bring it home.
The double team came hard and high and to the post player's body. That's what forced the difficult shot attempt and the miss.
Pass to the corner to Plumlee. And he puts it down.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
Terrific feed. Gets Lopez with a pretty finish off the sweet pass. What a play.
You're not going to see a better possession in the NBA from both sides of the ball. Good defense, good offense won out that time.
Vonleh's trying for position in the paint. Lillard. Strong to the goal. And he draws the foul. And C.J. McCollum will go to the line. He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
That's good offense. You're leading late in a close game. Get the ball to your best players and to your best free throw shooters, so if they're fouled, you can build on your lead.
Stepping in for the Blazers, number 4, Maurice Harkless.
Oh, he misses them both. to Lopez. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Pass into the post. Gets it to go. 3-point game.
4-2.
1 minute remains here in the fourth. Brooklyn's down by 3. There's the step back. Nice adjustment. Oh, huge offensive rebound. Unable to flip it in. Fires away for 2. Knocks it down. What a clutch play. Whistle blows. Timeout here late in the fourth.
When you're in a 2-possession game, you don't really need to do anything special to get back in it. All you need to do is execute out of the timeout, get a score, and then have your defense lock in and lock down, get a stop, and then get out on the break.
Portland's leading Brooklyn by a score of 54-49. Sends it to the corner. From three-point land. Strong on the offensive glass. Lillard, the rebound. And there's the foul. They had to stop that clock.
That's a bad foul right there. You want to come back and win a close game? You don't foul good free throw shooters and put them to the line. You make them make shots.
Knocks down the first one. He hits them both. This game perhaps getting out of reach. It's up to 7. Time running down here in the fourth, so we'll get a timeout.
The coach could see the run was impacting the game. A solid timeout to break the momentum.
To Larkin. Kicks it out to the corner for 3. Double team closing in. Ref calls the foul. No choice there. They had to stop the clock.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting, knocks down a pair. put this one in the books. The final score is 58-49. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is Mike Breen saying thanks for watching and good night.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Trailblazers came away with the victory in this one. And what more could you say about their excellent field goal percentage? These guys couldn't miss even if they tried. Check out the leading scores for the Portland Trailblazers. It wasn't surprising to see this team on the losing end of this matchup. They weren't very good with their execution, and they suffered for it. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Blocks.
The Brooklyn Nets gave up a lot of blocks in this matchup. However, they did win in the forced shots category, which is how I think a lot of those swats were even made possible.
Player of the game.
Plumlee was the unanimous decision for this segment. He couldn't be contained offensively, and he put on quite a show on his way to being the game leader in points. There was a point where it seemed like every close-range shot was going to drop. He certainly didn't struggle today offensively around the rim.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in this game. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 3. Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.